Hey, my name is Sebastian. This is what is it called? From the Ground Up podcast, where I show you guys the behind the scenes on what it is that I'm building. And I also bring in cool guests that help us build stuff together. So a little bit about me. I used to run a podcast in the past. I've done a lot of entrepreneurial things in my life. And now I see the vision, see the opportunity behind podcasting, behind AI. And I want to leverage podcasts to be able to get the word out and also meet cool people. So the way I was thinking about it is I love the journey from going from 0 to 1. Okay, the scaling from 1 to 100 is something I've never loved, and it just doesn't come naturally for me. But the beginning, the start, the engine, like whenever you start a new thing, that to me is super exciting. And that's what the whole purpose behind, from the ground up the name behind it came from. So what I want to do today is I want to be as, transparent about anything that I do here. And so what I was thinking would be cool is actually talk to, either Claude or ChatGPT and essentially ask it to guide me into doing this podcast. So what you're going to be seeing is essentially me asking these questions of, how should I structure it? I want to essentially build the podcast, the foundation of the podcast in the first and second episode, maybe. And then once I have automations on, content creation, publishing that content on social media, I'm going to start getting people on the podcast that either have an idea that they want to develop live with me, or I'm going to get people that are smarter than me and develop those ideas with me. And so, let's get started. Okay, so as I think about Claude, let's do this. I'm going to use Super Whisper. So if you've never used Super Whisper before, it essentially records your voice, transcribes it. I think it makes my life way easier. If I wanna have a longer prompt, it's way easier for me to use something like this versus typing it, because it takes way longer. I have to think about it again and again and again. And so, Super Whisper is awesome. I don't know if I can use it. Actually, that sucks. I guess I can't use it while I'm also recording. So, help me create the strategy behind a podcast. It is called From the Ground Up podcast. The goal is to leverage AI to build cool shit. I want to bring in guests that are smarter than me to build stuff from scratch that people would find valuable. Ask me any questions that you need to know before I give you the first task. So one thing I found is always finishing with ask me a question, ask me anything that you need to know before I give you the actual task is super helpful. I've also feel like Claude has been working out way better for me than ChatGPT, Grok, any of these other platforms. So they've also been integrating with the MCPs. And so if you don't know about that, I can probably talk about that later. But okay, so who's your target audience? So usually what I do is I just copy this, paste it here. So who's your target audience? Developers, entrepreneurs. I would say probably entrepreneurs. And actually I'm very interested in helping out professionals that want to leverage AI more in their day-to-day role. What's your planned format and length per episode? 30 minutes, to 60 minutes. I don't want to push it, whatever flows, right? It's going to be an intro to what will be covered. So like what we'll build together, build it, then launch it live. Are you planning to actually build things live during recordings or discuss? Yes, live on calls. Your background, I'm a marketer with no coding experience, but I guess I'm also a marketer with business, with entrepreneurial, how do you spell that, dude? Entrepreneurial background. Okay, what domains are you most interested in exploring? Automation, creative tools, data analysis. Probably automations and creative tools, and anything that can make people's lives easier. All right, guest strategy. What types of guests are you hoping to attract? Startup founders, I think like professionals that are aware AI is important and want to learn more. Do you have any initial connections or dream guests in mind? Yeah, I got a couple. I do. I don't know. Are you thinking simple prototypes that can complete in one session, or multi-episode builds in one session? But if it takes longer, then it's okay to continue recording, right? Any preferences for no code, low code? No preference. Actually, yes, preference. Low to no code. Yeah. Distribution goals is the primary for entertainment. Just entertainment. Just want to do this for fun. Okay. Now, this is a solid foundation for a compelling podcast. Your strategic insights, your beginner's mind approach will make technical concepts, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to focus on specific business functions, marketing, automation, customer service, or stay broad? Are you planning video? Okay. What's your first task? Are you looking for episode planning and guest outreach strategy, technical setup for live building, content marketing plan around the build, something else? Okay. Yeah. So my first task for you is to help me map out a workflow that will allow me to record one episode, and from that episode we can generate a long form video for YouTube, generate short form clips for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, I guess TikTok. And then automate the creation and publishing of these clips. Oh shoot, and I forgot X and TikTok. Yeah. All right. Anything else that comes to mind before we get started? Okay, so let's see what it gives me. blogs. Okay, so it's saying we can do blogs. I mean, I don't want to overcomplicate it. Newsletter, I get it for sure. Thread would be cool. Show notes, resource list. Okay. Well, we used to record. Okay. Do you want to be? So I'm just gonna copy these. What we used to record: Riverside, Zoom. Probably just do Zoom for now. Do you want automated transcription for SEO? Yes. No. Not yet. Any specific branding elements that need to be consistent across platforms? Just the name of the podcast. Budget considerations for no budget. Yeah, just tell me how much it costs, I guess. Shoot short clips, focus on the aha moments, tool demos, or guest insights. Just overall interesting, clips. Do you want clips optimized per platform? Yes, of course. Any specific CTAs you want in clips? No. Okay. And then, let's see what it gives me. So, from the ground up podcast concept multiplication workflow. We're going to start by recording on Zoom. You're going to download it and you're going to use, let's see. Okay, it's saying just to import the Zoom recording into YouTube. Okay, I respect that. Upload the YouTube. Oh crap. Upload to YouTube. Here's the title, description, thumbnail, short form content generation, AI powered clip discovery. Okay, so ChatGPT or Claude for transcript analysis, CapCut, and then Canva. Okay, I like it. Use Zoom's basic transcript feature or upload it to Otter AI. Nice. AI clip identification. Here's a podcast. Okay, so that's interesting. So we can upload this into ChatGPT and ask it to provide a start and end timestamp, brief description. Okay. I think I'm just going to use something like Opus. Honestly, I think it's going to be easier to just upload it in there. Okay, then it's going to say CapCut. See, so it's making me do all this stuff and I don't want to do that. So content optimization by platform, distribution, content calendar. Okay. So this is good. I think it's a good start. All right. So I think, for example, here is what I will do. So number one, Zoom. So I'm going to use Zoom to record. I'm going to upload the raw video into YouTube and X. I'm going to use Opus to automatically find clips from the long form video. Help me figure out what AI tool I can use to automatically publish content. I also want to, let's see what else. I think that's it. I think those are going to be the main things. So I want to use N8N to build out the automation. Here's what I will do. Use the Zoom to record the episode. Upload the raw video or into N8N. Maybe connect the raw video into NAN. NAN creates an automation to publish into YouTube and X. To extract the transcript, create titles. So create optimized titles. So extract transcript, create optimized titles, and yeah, then publish into YouTube. Publish, I don't know if you, yeah, let's see, publish in X. So I guess create a caption for X, publish in X. Then send to Opus to automatically find clips from the long form video. Once the clips are finalized, they are uploaded into, let's see, I'm going to use, which ones did I say? I guess, yeah, I'll just do YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Reels, TikTok, and X. Create the NAN workflow I need to use. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I've done content in my past. I used to do a lot of it, and the biggest thing was like content just takes so much time, so much effort. So if we can create a system where we can just record it, send it into, through this automation through NAN, very similar to Zapier, very similar to make.com. So if we leverage one of these platforms and we're able to just record and automate 90% of the stuff, it's going to be a lot easier for me to continue doing stuff like this. Okay. So we are now inside of NAN. We're going to create a folder. We're going to name this podcast. Okay. So now that we're in here, we're going to create a workflow, and then we're going to check to see what we got from here. Okay, so now we're going to ask to create a JSON file. This is going to help us essentially be able to copy and paste this entire thing into NAN. Okay, perfect. So now we have the JSON file here. Let's see. It says, "Perfect. I created this for you. Save the JSON file. Import into NAN. Configure credentials. Activate the webhook. Trigger format." And then okay. So I usually just copy and paste. Let's see if it allows me to do that. Yeah, so I literally just press copy on inside of Claude, and then I just Command V, and this is what it gave me. So it looks pretty robust, and I mean, this is going to be something that I'm going to have to work through because I've never built something like this before. I've done automations, but not like this. Is pretty much an entire content marketing, automation, which is crazy to think about, because we're in 2025, and a social media manager, for example, like this is going to be 60 to 80% of the work that you do. And so now we have to figure out exactly how we're going to build out all this, right? But yeah, so let's see what's in here. So it says webhook trigger. Actually, this was pretty interesting. So required credentials, we need open API key, AI API key to transcribe and generate content. Okay. Go to Google Console, create a new project, enable YouTube data, and then create credentials. Okay, so actually what I want to do now, create a for someone that has never used N8N before, be specific in your guidance. Okay, so let's see what it gives me now. Okay, maybe that's a little too much, but if it's helpful for you, then it's helpful for you. Okay, so we installed N8N, great. Self-hosted, free but ethical. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so you're going to log in. Okay, this is a little too much information, but before importing the workflow, you need account APIs. Okay, so it's saying, here's what you need to do, right? You're going to have to set up an OpenAI account. The YouTube account setup, great. Twitter account setup. Let's see. Okay, and it's giving me literally step by step. Instagram. Okay. So I mean, all this stuff, like I'm not gonna do this on this episode just because it's gonna take me way too long. And as you can see, it's literally giving me step by step what I need to do. Let's see, Opus Pro, Google Drive setup, and Slack setup. Cool. This is awesome. And in order to import the workflow into N8N, here's what you need to do. I already did that with you guys. Okay, I mean, this is a ton of work, and what I'm thinking is I want to break this up into like very small pieces, right? So if we go back here, we have the webhook. So whenever we upload an episode, that's what triggers everything. It's going to upload it to Google Drive. OpenAI is going to transcribe the audio. Generate content strategy. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. There's another webhook to send it to Opus Clip, which is awesome. So essentially it's saying, look, once we have the video or the raw video, we're going to automatically send it to Opus Clip, wait for Opus to process, then we're going to check the Opus status to see if the videos are done. Crazy. If it's true, get the completed clips, process clips into X, into YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and then upload into TikTok. That's freaking crazy. Then it's going to send me notification on Slack once it's finalized. And then something happens here. Yeah, I think it's just a confirmation. So as you can see, I mean, this is pretty complex, pretty robust, but I think if you're willing to take the time to just go through this process, it's going to work out. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. I think I'm going to start setting this up in the back end. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like once everything's finalized. There's probably going to be a lot of trial and error, but you know, when we talk about, you know, from the ground up podcast, the thing I want to show you guys is that starting something is really not that hard. I think the hardest part, honestly, is sticking with it and like scaling it and seeing it through. But if you want to get started with AI, there's so many tools out there that you can use. There's so many resources, and I'm hoping to be one of those resources for you. So if you're seeing this, if you watched until the end, let me know what is something that you'd like to build. It could be a simple automation, a more complex automation. It could be an idea that you have that you've always wanted to build. I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things here that I've done in the past that I think they're just fun, right? Like I think all this stuff to me is just fun. And then we're going to get more guests that definitely know a lot about this than me, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, like I said, I hope this was helpful and showed you that you can honestly build so many things if you just ask ChatGPT, Claude, to help you build it. So let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.